Hello. Happy Sunday. Let me see. Is that going to be too dark if I shut it off? Is that too dark? It's better than having the glare of my glasses. Um, well, first, let me say for everybody who's on here and is a mother, whether you're a mother um, or just somebody who's been a mother to somebody in their life, happy Mother's Day. So, sometimes I don't think you actually need to have children to be a mother to somebody in this world, right? So, and I hope everybody did something special, whether you got to spend it with your kiddos or um, even if you just had time for yourself. Sometimes I think that's even more important. So I saw Sally here. Hi, hon. I already missed you, Sally. So it was so good to see you yesterday. And we had Jen. Hi, honey. I hope you're well. And you went on that bike ride. What a gorgeous day what a gorgeous way to spend with mom. I don't know if it's nice where you at. It was pretty nice here today. So, well, I say it was pretty nice. We didn't get home till about 2-ish. It took a while to get home from Penn State. So, um, trailering a U-Haul behind us, which is always fun. Um, Let me just see. So, Jen, Sally, Dana. Hi, Dana. How are you, hon? I hope you had a good day. I hope Glenn did something to spoil you. And if he was working, I hope you did something to spoil yourself. So, hey, Rhonda, how are you, hon? How are you doing? Oh, and Allie, I saw Allie. Allie had an amazing day. Her day started with Merrick making her looked quite yummy, especially when I was driving this morning and we had not had breakfast today. So he made her a nice breakfast for Mother's Day. So what a way to start the day. So kudos to you, Ellie, but also to your little boy there. Um, okay, where did I leave off? Um, oh, I think I missed somebody. Did I miss somebody? Oh, Mike, you have a new, or maybe that's just a different oh, hello, Mike. I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't recognize your little avatar thing there. How are you, Tyler? I hope you did something to spoil Hannah today. So hopefully you guys did something with the kiddos. I so wish I could share the pictures of my grandkids. They are just, oh my goodness, they're so adorable. And my daughter-in-law sent some really cute photos today. So I wish I could share them. The thing is I would, and I just, can you edit a live stream after it goes live? I mean, after it gets published? If there's a way for me to like cut that out, I gotta figure that out. If there was, then I would be able to share them with you folks, because I'd really like that. Let me see if anybody else snuck in. Do, do, do. I think it's just everybody saying hello. Oh, hey, Daniel. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Yes, I'm glad you could pop in, hun. Oh, there you go. There's the Mike I know. There's the handsome Mike I know. Okay, so where do I start today? I don't know where to start. There was some things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the difference between destiny and fate and which one um, are we walking, I guess. But before I start with that, let me see. I actually wanted to show, I don't think I showed um, a bracelet that, here, let me get the, oh, that, let me see, that Sally had made me a couple weeks ago now, maybe. It's basically black, but the way, depends which way you turn the beads. It could be silver, actually, it could be some greens, some blues. And I mean, obviously, it's very pretty, but it was the meaning behind the bracelet that really touched me. She sent me a card, and I won't read it. I don't know. I didn't share this, right, guys? Because I was waiting for Sally to be here to share it. But she sent me a card from all her pets to me for Levi, and it was really touching. And I think I will say she wrote 35. You may be asking 35. 23 dogs and 12 cats equals 35 animals. So Sally's had 35 animals. I can't beat that. Um, and I think unless you've had a pet, I think it's very hard for people to understand what happens to your heart when you lose a pet. Um, Not that people can't be kind, of course they are, but, and especially with my little guy, right? He had so much living to do. But it's, unless you've had a pet, I don't think you understand. Because you can't really grieve. I mean, you grieve, but you can't really grieve. It's not like you can, take a day off from work or, when you don't want to go do something, you say it's because I lost my dog. They're just kind of looking at you like, okay. So I just wanted to share that because it was really touching. And it came at the right time. It came so that I could at least read through it without breaking down. So, and while I'm still doing show and tell, Sally made me. Did you show it on your live stream this morning, Sally? I didn't. I couldn't find your live stream this morning for whatever reason. So I did watch it on the replay, but I don't remember. She made me this mug. Actually came out so nice. Um, this is my new, I made a sticker like this. And so it has all the sea glass along with a compass, for our journey. And down here, born worthy. And that's, it was never meant to be a tagline or anything for my channel, but I just hear so many people say that. I think a lot of things that people go through in life stems from the fact that they do not feel they're worthy. So, and I come from the school of belief that you are born worthy. You do not have to earn it. You do not, you just don't have to. It's unconditional. Now, obviously you you know as you grow and get older, and if you do things you shouldn't be doing, then maybe you can lose some of that worthiness, but basically we're all born worthy. And I know everybody in my community in their hearts and stuff. So I just think it's important that you understand that it doesn't have to be earned. So um so that was it. Let me just go back to the chat for a minute. um Hey, Kathy, how are you? Yes, happy Mother's Day, Kathy. Happy Mother's Day to you. I hope you did something special. Somebody either spoiled you or you did something special for yourself. I think, and you don't need a special occasion, right? You don't need Mother's Day or Father's Day, or sometimes I just think we need to pull over to the side of our life and just, I don't know, just really appreciate everything we've done and what we've accomplished and where we're at. And sometimes when I say accomplish, I mean just getting through the day, right? Especially when you have kids, young kids. And, when is the last time, maybe for the women here, when's the last time you've actually gone into a store and bought yourself some flowers? Um, do it. Do it. You deserve them, just enjoy them. Um, for men, I don't know. When's the last, I got to think about that. So, mhm. You should hear your theme song at one. Go for the full double, Scott. Go for the full double. So, hello. Oh, hey, Kelly. How are you, hon? I'm glad you could pop in. Scott, I hope you're feeling better. You said you were feeling a little bit better. So, are you just saying that because I've been nagging you, saying you should go get something for it, or are you being honest? But I hope you're feeling better. Um, we all look marvelous. Marvelous. Yes. Marvelous. Yes, we did. We went to the mountains and saw three. Wow, that is super cool. That is super cool. I love animals. Yeah, yeah. We had an accident coming home today from Penn State. And as much as my husband was very upset about his truck, I was very upset about the animal. So, nobody's fault. It just happens. So, um, but yeah, I love animals very, very much. Hey, CL, how are you, hon? I'm sneaking. You're sneaking in? I hope you had a great Mother's Day. Yeah, sometimes I edit out little things from my live stream. Okay, so you can edit it. All right, so I might ask you then, Scott, how to, because I obviously know how to edit, but it automatically gets published. So can you edit right in YouTube? Because you can't download it, right? You can't download it onto your PC. Or I think I'm probably making it too difficult. I think Ecamm saves a copy on my PC. So can I edit that and then delete the other one and then upload the Ecamm one? It's probably a simpler way to do it. Hope you didn't see the bears too closely. Yeah, true, true. We were just we were close to the car and the bears are in the woods. So cute. Were they baby cubs at all? Or um, just the bears out scavenging food after a hibernation? When do they come out of hibernation? I don't know when it is in Tennessee, but I think it's around the end of March, early April here. Let me see let me see if I can, oh, bear with me. I want to share something with you guys. I don't know if I shared it with, I think I may have sent it to Sally. Hold on one second. Is this it? Okay. Um, just going to share my screen. I was out running. I think they just hatched yesterday. I've been watching for them every day. Obviously, I haven't run since Thursday, but aren't they so cute? But I think it's just in the last day or so. Uh, okay, hopefully you guys saw that. Super cute. Um, bears are cute when viewed from a safe distance. Uh, the bracelet was from Levi. Yes, he had a little help making it though, Sally. But yes, yes, I absolutely love it. So, um, so she graduated. I think I told everybody I was going down to graduation. She graduated. It was a very long evening. It took myself and her boyfriend were taking over under bets how long it was going to take to read all the names. And I said 90 minutes, and it literally was 16 seconds less than 90 minutes. Um, and the person reading the names, the first five, six, we're like looking at each other like, wow, he really can pronounce these names really good. So by the 10th name, we realized it was AI reading the names. So at least they never got tired. But so it was good. And they said that her class, so this graduating class of 2026, will be the millionth degree that they've given out. So when with all the schools and whatnot, so they've given out a million degrees now. Penn State has. So um, for inquiring minds who want to know, two cubs and the mommy. So oh, that is super cute. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Super cute. Did you get any pictures, Tyler? You'll have to show them or write a post about it if you did. Super cute. Hey, Daryl, how are you, hon? It was so good to see you yesterday. So, and oh, let me just say hi to Glenn. Hi, Glenn. I hope you're feeling good. So, I didn't make Sally's live stream this morning, and I wanted to. I actually went looking for it, and I don't. I just it never popped up that she was on. So when she told me that she did do it, I went back and watched the replay or whatever. And first of all, oh my goodness, Sally, you were so super sweet to call me out as much as you did. But trust me, I didn't do anything. And I guess that's one of the things I want to talk about is, we all have inside of us, um, I don't know what to call it, like our humanness, right? We're all creative. We all have love inside of us. We all have compassion. We all have desires. And I think sometimes they're just either you forget that they're in there, or you just haven't visited them in a while, or you're sort of led to believe that you cannot achieve them on your own, that you need some type of outside influence to help you achieve whatever you're trying to create in life. So, and I say that because, Sally was like, oh, Lori helped me do this or she helped me do that. I really didn't. I really didn't. Everything that Sally is excited about is already in her, it's already part of her. And I say all the time, all I do is, I'm the mirror. That's it. And I try to help to remind you um, of everything you can already do. I mean, she was rambling off ideas yesterday. And I'm like, yes, you got to do that. And you got to do that. And have you thought of this? But they were all her ideas. And you know what? From the minute she walked in, you could almost see like the needle, like a gauge, the excitement go up. And um, just her energy. So from the time she walked in to the time she left, and kudos to Daryl for sitting there, and he was chiming in too, but he put up with both of us, yeah, 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 yeah. So, so thank you, Sally, for all the kind words this morning. But it was truly all you, hon. You did it all. Um, so I wanted to say that, and it kind of leads me into you. We have choices to make every day, right? And the choices that you make every day, are you walking towards your destiny, or are you kind of, I don't like the word victim, but are you just, or, are you kind of being led towards your fate, right? Destiny is making the choices towards your purpose, towards why you're here. I've said this 1,000 times, we're all divine beings, right? We're all spiritual beings. Everybody here has a purpose. We're not here by happenstance. We're not here just to take up space. And I think we almost have an obligation to ourselves, to the creator, to the people we love, to find that purpose and walk towards that purpose. And if you don't make the choices every day to do that, then it's fate, right? And one of the things that I see happening um, is a lot of stuff with AI. And I'll be the first one to say I use AI for my thumbnails. Um, I don't use it for my writing. Trying to think what else I use it for. I just think we need to be careful with outsourcing everything to AI in our own lives. It definitely has a place, but it's kind of like if you don't use certain muscles, what do they call that? Jen, what do they call that when you don't use certain muscles? You kind of lose atrophy. Is that what it is? Um, I don't remember. But so if you don't use your creative muscle, if you just don't use things, then it's kind of, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it. So I don't know how I went on to the AI thing, but I think we just need to be careful outsourcing too much to AI. And the other thing and I guess I knew this, but I had to be reminded of this, weekend, is that AI has been around for a very, 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 very long time. We may have only been using it over the last couple of years or so, but it's been around for decades. And um, as long as Facebook's been around, AI has been around, and they've been collecting data. Facebook is just one example of everybody's input, right? And that's how they come up with all the knowledge that they come up with. It's just us training it. The thing is what I was reminded about over the weekend was that um, there's a lot of bias in the world, and not that people there's a lot of censorship, I guess is what I'm saying. So when people are putting things into whether it's Facebook or YouTube, um, they have to do it within guidelines. So sometimes I think when you hear something, don't just take it at face value. Don't take it, you know, maybe do a little bit of due diligence. And then the other thing is confirmation bias, right? Oh my goodness, we all know, supposedly with chat version 5 or whatever it is, it's supposed to be better, but I don't think it is. But it's confirmation bias. They'll always tell you what you want to hear, even if you're asking them, to be honest and give me your input. It'll still figure out what you want to hear, and that's what it'll share. So it's not always the right choice. And again, I don't know how I got onto the AI thing because it was more around the destiny and fate. Let me go back to the Two Cubs. I've read that one. Hello. Wait, Hannah, is this Tyler? Um, this guy? This guy's Tyler. That's his new channel, Scott. Thank you, Tyler. It is a great mug. I love it. I absolutely love it. Mm, Well, my boss has let me off to take care of a pet. My boss has let me off to take care of a pet before. Yeah, there are definitely good managers out there. It's just there's not a code, when you have bereavement or something, there is no bereavement code for a pet. Um, or when you can't make a meeting, people don't necessarily understand why you can't make a meeting, but that's good, CL, that you have somebody that is caring like that. Is your store open yet, Sally? I know. Yeah, yeah, she's getting on it. She's getting on it. Yes, Scott, it's Tyler. That's right, Scott. He talked about it on Thursday's live stream. I thought I had um, somebody new join us, and nope, it's Tyler, which um, is awesome. It's awesome that he has started, kind of, I think, listening to his heart, maybe with some whispers from all of us. So I'll make you whatever you want. Um, Hello, my other brother. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Yes. What did anybody do today? I drove most of the day, so I didn't get to do anything exciting. Once we get home, we had to empty the U-Haul and take care of the chickens. And then I went for a run. I got to see my baby geese, and that was really about it. So, but we'll celebrate on Tuesday. All the kids will be home on Tuesday. So, and it was also my husband's birthday on Thursday. So, we're going to have a double celebration Tuesday. Glenn, it was so good to see you yesterday. Yes, you were telling me all about the little puppy. How's she doing, Glenn and Dana? She doing good? You still getting up through the night to let her out? Or do you crate her at night? Might make it a bit easier if you crate her at night. You're here just listening. Great, Em. Love it when you're here. Mm. Edit in YouTube Studio. Okay, Kelly, thanks. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. I've just never done it. So. Okay. So should I show you my babies? They're so cute. They're so cute. Oh, Peter, how are you, hon? It's like 1 a.m. for you, Peter. 1:30. Thank you for popping in. Though sometimes, um, at least sometimes when I can't sleep, I'll put one of my programs in or whatever at night, and just the voices, even though I really enjoy the programs, it somehow makes me fall off to sleep. So just put an AirPod in, Peter, and maybe you'll be able to fall back to sleep. They are so cute, those little geese, aren't they? I've been waiting for them. And the thing is Courtney, when she walked Lexi this morning for us, she showed me a picture of them, and it was up near the church. Um, we have a cemetery close to us, but it's a garden cemetery, and I know people probably think, ew, a cemetery, but it is the prettiest cemetery you have ever seen in your life. It has wild animals. It has two different ponds. Um, it has a fountain in one of the ponds. It's just, and with like benches all around. It's very, very relaxing. It has a bridge. It has like a children's garden playground. Just it's amazing. Right now everything's popping because of the spring. But where was I going? Oh, so she showed me a picture this morning of the geese, and they were up near the church pond. So after our run, we went looking up there for them, but they were way down the other side, at the other pond. So their little legs. Mom and Dad had them walking quite a bit today. So you should do more videos like the Duckies nature around town. Yeah, you had said that, Sally. Maybe. I think I think the algorithm's already so confused by me. So it can't hurt, right? Care Bears are cute. Bears are definitely cute. Red glasses tonight, yes. Yes. Sally inspires me. Okay, so you got pictures of them, so you'll share them. Awesome. Lori, sometimes just the nudge that is needed, and you always seem to know how to nudge the best way possible. Yeah, thanks, Dana. And I mean, yes, sometimes you just need that sounding board, right? Somebody to um, just, to share ideas with or whatever. And she was also giving me ideas for my channel, so and just different things we could do. So it was really good. I could have stayed there another 3 hours if the family wasn't looking for me. But I did. I did get out of having to move to load the U-Haul truck. So, and it was pouring at the time they were um, loading up the U-Haul. It was pouring. So yeah, so that was a double blessing. So again, thank you, Sally. I need your email, Mike, for those stickers. Oh, you have stickers too, Tyler? Scott, have you gotten your new stickers? Hey, Pam, how are you, hun? How are you? I watched your live stream. I don't know when it was. I watched it last night, so I don't know when you, maybe it was yesterday morning because you were going to the farmer's market, but you made a comment that you're very opinionated, and I don't know if you think that's good or bad. I actually think that's very good. I mean, I think, and I shared this in the comments, I think we're all opinionated, right? It's just whether, I guess, we have the courage to share our opinions. And there's nothing wrong with everybody having different opinions. And I think you said it best, Pam, is that no matter what your opinion is, and no matter, you just got to kind of lead with kindness, right? Now, we won't go down the rabbit hole of politics and stuff because that can definitely, the opinions can get a little loud. But I just think it's good. I think you should always um, stand in what you believe is your truth, and don't just get swayed with the loudest voice in the room. So, but it was a good it was a good live stream. And speaking of, I got a notification like at 5:30 this morning that Dora went live, and so I hopped on because we were up, we were driving, and it took probably about 10 minutes to realize that it was just the notification that she had published her live stream that had ended like 10 minutes earlier or something. So I was there chatting with her, and I'm like, well, I don't think she sees my comments because she wasn't. And then she was like, oh, hi, Nicholas. And I was like, wait a minute. So I realized she wasn't live. So a little bit embarrassed. She had like 4 or 5 messages from me. The excitement of seeing you and the hug you gave me truly did rejuvenate me, whether you believe it or not. Well, I do believe energy, right? Because, I always say we're all energy. And I do believe that people can lift other people's energy. I do believe that. But I think the point I was trying to make is your creativeness and the ideas and the passion, it's already inside of you, Sally. Just needed somebody to open that door a little bit. So, and now we just got to figure out how to keep it going, right? We got to keep it going. So, and I've talked about this before. Yeah, I have a Zoom account. We should figure something out how we can just all get on, whether, not that we have time once a week, but maybe once or twice a month we can all get on and just kind of brainstorm and whether it's share ideas or struggles or questions or whatnot. This one-way communication, yeah, I'd rather hear you folks back and not always just in the comments. So I don't know. We should think of doing something. Hi Pam, I've been enjoying watching the sunshine in Alberta. You too. It must have, yeah, it didn't look too cold when she was outside yesterday. So hopefully it's warming up for you too, Jen. So I'm looking forward to Jen's live stream tomorrow night. Don't forget, Peter's on at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then Jen is on at 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Monday. So, mhm. Oh, I had atrophy. Okay. Okay. So yes, so we can't lose our brain muscles, right? We can't outsource everything. I mean, again, it's kind of exciting at times when you can go to chat or Claude or whomever and suggest certain things or create certain things. Um, as long as you're starting with your own brain first, you don't want to lose that. And again, it's kind of our humanness, right? You don't Our humanness is our creativeness and our empathy and our compassion and all that stuff AI doesn't have and it will never have. And my goodness, that's the other thing I see people doing is they think, I don't know, you just got to remember AI does not have compassion. It cannot help you with your spiritual journey. I mean, I've seen some crazy things on YouTube. So, not from our community, but we just got to remember that what is it? AI is just Python and C++. Plus plus. That's all it is. It's a program. That's all it is. There's no um, divine anything behind it. There's no humanness behind it. So, hello, hello. Guys, I put a new song called Thought We Knew Everything about being in love in high school when we really didn't know anything. Don't you, Daniel? Even at, I think you said you're 34, but don't you think the older you get, the less you know, right? So, yes, I think when I was 16, I knew everything there was to know. So I agree with that statement. But now, I'm going to be 60 soon, and man, I just realize how little I know, and I keep learning. It's amazing. It's amazing. And that's the other thing, right? Going back to being opinionated. Um, it's always good just to ask questions, right? It's always good to hear somebody else's thought process or viewpoint and not just shut them down, at least let them. And I'm not saying that changes or sways your opinion in any way. I always say we got to, use the brain that God gave us and got to use our own discernment and research, right? Do some research. Um, because sometimes I think it's harder. We walked by a library yesterday at Penn State. We were kind of walking all over campus, which is a huge campus, but kind of going down memory lane with Ash. But there was huge library. I think they have a couple, but we walked by this one, and I'm like, do you guys even use the library anymore? I mean, because that's where I think there's, a lot of truth still is in the library, right? In books and not all just AI and the internet and whatnot. So I don't know. Libraries might get outdated, I guess, one day. But Daniel, we'll check it out. I'll check it out. So go check out the new song over in Daniel's channel. AI is ruining my edit program and has made my super duper editing computer insufficient with all this AI edit tools I don't even use. Yeah, it again, I'm not trying to make it sound like it's a bad thing, because I use it too, but I'm just starting to see and hear people use it for things maybe they shouldn't be using it for. And I'll be the first one that probably was going to AI more than I should have, and I've really backed off. Um, and I just think we got to be careful. That's all. I just that's all. Uh, hey, you want to see the mug again? Oh, here. Are you still there, Sally? I mean, Allie? Isn't that nice? It came out so nice. It's so bright. I hope the stickers come out as nice and not like the first stickers I got. I'll have to show you the other stickers that I got that I literally am just throwing away. I'm throwing them all away. So, but I haven't done that yet. Hey, Yvonne, how are you, hon? I hope you're doing good, hon. Oh, you were cooking. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hello, Peter. Hello, cat hating. Yeah, she did say she didn't care for cats, right? Oh, that's funny. Did she say she hated him? I think she said she wasn't a fan. I don't remember the exact word. I did brunch with my daughter and her family. Oh, that's nice, hon. That's super sweet. That's super sweet. What else did anybody do? Anybody do anything else? It is windy and cold, but we did get out. Take the dogs to the lake to let them burn off some energy. Very nice. I saw that you had a premiere, Mike. I didn't get to watch it, but I will. Hopefully it went good. I still don't fully understand a premiere. It's not a live stream, but you announce like it's scheduled, say, for 6 o'clock. It goes live, it gets published, but it has the comment section like a live stream. Is that it? As people are watching it, you get to comment with them like it's a live stream, only it's not a live stream. And can you do as many premieres as you want, or are you only allowed like, I don't know, one premiere a week or something? Had both moms over for a lunch dinner. Very nice, Kelly. Very nice. I see what you did there, Scott. Oh, I spent it with my boys and then my mom. Nice. Very nice, Allie. And I know, I know some of us don't have our moms to be able to spend it with, but you certainly have a lot of good memories, right? And that's maybe when you just, take yourself for a drive and maybe go get yourself a cup of coffee and just go for a walk and just, you can still talk to them. I believe you can still talk to them. So my son and his fiance came in and took me to lunch, and then we went to get pedicures. Awesome. I need a pedicure. My daughter had a pedicure and her nails look so, so good. So Good for you, Rhonda. I need to go get one too. Good for you. Lori, I'll help you with that edit thingy. So you can okay. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show my babies what time is this at? So 41. Okay. Bear with me 2 seconds. Let me pull them up. Do, do, do. All right, so I'll show you these few, but then they also gave me, oh no, it was the other one. Okay, show you one video. Um, Gotta find it though. Talk amongst yourselves. I gotta find a good one, though they're all good. She's so funny. No, not that one. Oh, all right, maybe I can't find one. Maybe next time I'll find one um, to share with you guys. Okay, back to work, Lori. Back to work. But she's such a ham. She's such a ham. Mm. Nope, I don't know what I just did. Um, okay, so now we got to make sure we move that, Scott. It makes my heart so happy to know that families get together like all of your children can be together. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, Sally, on Tuesday. So Ashley didn't come home yet. She stayed a couple more days down at school. So her and her boyfriend will drive home Tuesday morning. So I thought I was going to spend all day alone. Oh, so that was a really nice surprise. That's awesome, Rhonda. I love when things like that happen, right? Especially when it's spur of the moment or, that spontaneity thing. Just always makes it that much better because you don't have any anticipatory feelings, around something. Not that anticipation's always a bad thing, but um, that's awesome. I'm really happy for you, hon. I also love hearing about Yvonne's grandchildren and your grandchildren. It's so beautiful, the relationship y'all developing with them while they're young. I know they grow so quickly, so quickly. Hi, Miss M. Hello, Char. I don't, I don't think you've been here. So welcome. Nice to meet you. I'm waiting for my daughter to video call me here soon. Oh, awesome, Pam. Awesome. Yeah, it is most Mother's Day. They're not all here. So this will be, well, they weren't here today, but it'll be the first time that we all get to celebrate together. Hey, Char. That's great, Pam. My son video called me this morning. That's right. You said Matthew. Yeah, you said he's struggling with Bill. It's Bill, right, hon? So sorry. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. CL, wow, you got a good deal. $6 for a sketchbook. What? I missed that. I went to the vintage store to grab a premium sketchbook for only $6. That is very good. That is really good. Thank you, Jen, for calling that out because I totally missed that. I do try and skip over the hellos, but I miss that. And I don't like missing the comments. That's how you learn about everybody. Mm. I love your new avatar. Yeah. Isn't it great? Look at that. Happy. She looks like she's full of energy. I bought myself a new rod to go with the reel I got a few months back. Was that your Mother's Day gift or a just because gift? Either way, that's awesome, hon. Um, oh, Lori, just follow your heart and keep doing what you're doing. You're doing awesome. Forget about that. Did I mention the algorithm? Oh, when you were talking about a nature video. Yeah, I know. I know. I put some flowers in pots, but my front door looks more inviting. Just little ones. I used to have big clay flower pots, which I loved. I actually went, doesn't it dress it up, Pam? Like putting flowers out there like that? I actually went to Costco Thursday night, right before Allie's live stream. Um, and they had a ton of flowers. They had a ton of mandavillas and the mandavilla hibiscus trees, and they had different fruit trees. I mean, everything has to get repotted, but really inexpensive compared to like a nursery or something. A ton of stuff. And then I was able to get some stuff from my mother-in-law's over at her stone and everything. So I don't know if anybody, I don't know if there's Costco around the country. Yeah. Does anybody else ever shop at Costco? They have some great arrangements this time of year. Happy Mother's Day to all my Soul Circle moms. Same, right back at you, Allie. Right back at you, hun. Tyler, it's in my YouTube description. That's something else I missed. Oh, the email. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He asked about the email. I got my mom a bird book. She enjoys bird watching. What kind of book was it, Does it have pictures? Did it have, who was the author? I love birds. I love birds. All kinds of birds. Doesn't matter. All kinds of birds. Love birds. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Oh, make sure I stay on track here. A few more minutes. I watched the replay play of your live too, Pam. I love learning more about you and your opinions. Yeah, I mean, that's where you learn about everybody, right? I did. I loved it too. I loved it too. That's great, Miss M. I bet she loved it. You like to bird watch. I love to bird watch. You know, we probably have more birds than I think we have up here, but I always feel other parts of the country have more exotic birds than we have up here. But I love the ones we have up here still. Mm, I'm slightly behind in the chat here. Oh, you're not behind, Pam. Hey V, how are you? Welcome. I'm glad you could pop in. I would love to do a Zoom with everyone, and I would make time whenever you want. I will be there. Yeah, I mean, YouTube needs to have this. They need to figure it out. Yeah, I guess like, I get why they do it, but so much better if you can chit chat back and forth. But I mean, this is a small live stream. I watch some live streams that have thousands of people on it. So I guess, in that case, you couldn't have it a two-way or it would be crazy. But but I'm small, so I would love to be able to set up a Zoom call and just have everybody you know, whether we do it like a coffee chat like Pam does, um, maybe once or twice a month. I just think it would be fun. And I think, not just fun, I think we could come and actually help each other out. Like I didn't know how to edit a live stream, so a Zoom party. All right. All right. So I got a couple people who are willing to do that. Mm. Hey, John, how are you? There is no such thing as being late. I'm just glad you could pop in. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. There's a lot of moms on here, so it's been a nice day. So thank you, John. I hope you're doing well, hon. I know I get to see you over on your channel from time to time and on Rob's once a month get together. Um, but it's really good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm taking names for a show and tell. Anyone want to tell about their channel, let me know. That's right. Not Allie. Sally is doing, I think it was on Fridays. And I don't recall if you decided it was during your regular Sunrise with Sally time slot or if you were doing a second time slot. But oh my goodness, Sally wants to showcase a creator each week, which is a great idea. So she's looking for volunteers. I think you might already have one or two, right? Coming up. I think Tyler said he wanted to do it. I don't, I think. Put me on the list, Sally. There you go. What if, what if I've been AI this whole time, fooling? That could be. That could be, Scott. I mean, I haven't met you in person. I don't think anybody here has met you in person. So you could be AI. And there may not really be a Mets, right? We've never seen Mets. Hmm. Could be. Hello, hello. Yes, so now he's just trying to confuse me. Um, Tyler does want to do it. At my age, I realize I don't know much of anything. Thank you, Rhonda. Yes. Yes. And I say it all, just the older I get, the less I know. And even my kids now, when my kids were 16, they used to remind me how I didn't know a whole lot. Like, come on, mom. It's not that way, mom. You don't understand, mom. But now even my kids are getting it, and they're just realizing how little they know. So, okay, Tyler, is your email on your channel description? I called my mom in upstate New York today, had to be the good son. Wow, I don't think I've ever heard you talk about mom, Scott, so I'm glad to hear that you called her. Very nice. Even though I'm 29, I feel old and don't know any. Yeah, you're right with the rest of us then, Em. Yeah. Yeah, at 29, I would imagine you do feel old, but man, I remember everybody was so panicked about turning 30 when I was younger. Can you imagine 30? Though I don't want to go back. I really don't. I'm really happy with where I am. Which, oh, shoot, that was something else I wanted to talk about. Um, it just goes along with the destiny. I don't know if anybody's ever read the book, The Five Regrets of the Dying by Bronnie Ware. She was a hospice nurse. And yeah, I've brought it up before in conversations, only for the sense of the number one regret of people, you know, in their last days is that they did not live life the way they wanted to live life. They lived it for everybody else. So that goes back to choosing every day that you're choosing your destiny, you're taking a step towards your purpose and not somebody else's. And, you know, man, from the time we're little, right? Our parents tell us what to do, how to act, and that this isn't about parents. Um, you know, we all do the best we can, and parents had parents. Um, and I just said that to my daughter-in-law. I said, "We don't always get it right. We never always got it right. But as long as you lead with love, you'll be fine." But what was I saying? Oh, and then you go to school and you're told, you got to raise your hand, you got to do this, you got to do that. And then there's some churches, which I want to be careful, but there's some churches that tell you when to stand, when to sit, and when to do certain things. Have to act a certain way. There's certain expectations. It's like our whole life. We're just in this box. Um, and nobody ever colors outside the lines. So just again, it goes back to, and I kind of got way off topic earlier, but it goes back to making sure that um, you're just walking towards your destiny. You're walking towards your purpose. And if you think that you're here and you don't have a purpose, reach out to me because everybody has a purpose. Everybody. So I would consider it, Sally. However, it depends upon day and time. Yeah, so reach out to her, John. Because if Fridays don't work, I'm not going to speak for Sally, but I'm sure she would be very accommodating. Jen, I have successfully filled out the forms you sent me. Awesome. Was that about some of the tests and stuff that you were talking about, Peter? But that's good. She'll be happy. And John, email me. We can do it live or we can tape it. Okay. Yeah, John, definitely. Sally is, she has such a huge community. She has such a great community. So it's a good way to, for other people to learn about you, learn about your channel. And sometimes it's hard, right? Because this algorithm is constantly feeding you things that you don't necessarily want. So it would be good to get your channel out there. I liked your song, Daniel. I've known my husband since high school. Oh, that's super sweet, CL. My in-laws were like that. They started dating at 11, even though they weren't considering it dating, but they were very close friends since the age 11. And we were saying that about Ashley and her boyfriend. They've been together since 16 and now they're 22 and 23. Um, so yeah, and they'll get married in time, in time. Careful, Peter. Jen is going to steal your identity and become a handsome bloke roaming the Midlands. Where can I find your email address? Is it on your channel description? I think it is, John. Yeah, if you go to her about section, I believe I found it there, so it should be. I pretty much use AI only for my thumbnails. Okay, V, yeah, that's what I was saying, V. That's what I use it for, is mostly my thumbnails. I was trying to think. Um, I mean, I do ask it certain questions sometime if I'm researching something. Um, like the other, we have that Outlive book club. I did drop all my notes into it to help me kind of make it less sciency. So I do use it for some stuff like that, some research and whatnot. I love it. I don't know what you love, hon. Was it AI? You love it. I don't know what you love, hon. It was probably something I mentioned a half hour ago. There's a way that is pretty accessible to get everybody on camera together. You could use the calendar in your school community and schedule live Zoom hangouts for everyone to join. Oh, Peter. All right. So maybe if I do a post, Peter, and direct people towards the school, then we could do a live hangout there. Hmm. It's kind of like a God wink from this morning, eh? So it is not it is not two scammers emailing me. However, we have been emailing last week. It is not two scammers emailing me. Um, I use it for some stuff, but this recent update has got me messed up. Yeah, yeah, some of it is and you got to remember it basically it stores information on everything that you put in it, everything. So she said oh my goodness, am I that far behind? I am so far behind. Okay. Um for people to join your stream, I would live streams. All right, guys. I know Yvonne has her live stream, so I don't want to keep everybody. I'm just gonna scan. It's just like okay, that's what Premiere is. Okay. Um, you can do as many as you want. Okay. Scott, she's welcome to steal my identity. Even though I have a cat, I prefer dogs over cats. Yeah, cats are very intuitive. I mean, dogs can be too, but cats are very intuitive. Um, those rosy. Oh my, yes. Oh, she's so sweet. Rivy is so sweet. I'm really far behind. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. Hey, Julie. I'm glad you could pop in, hon. Are you in Pennsylvania this week? Is that what I heard? Uh, thank you, Rhonda. And I said it the other day, my family is my biggest accomplishment. They really are. They really are. Um, so looking forward to meeting you this week. So she is in Pennsylvania this week. Okay. Thank you, Dana. Say, I already forgot that I showed them. Oh my goodness. Miss M, the dog's hand watching her barking up a storm today. Where's Otis? Maybe he's doing something with mom, Mrs. Otis. Your UK geography is impressive. Uh, Dana, you can come with me. Scott has been everywhere. Everywhere, I'm realizing. No worries, Peter. I can barely manage one identity. I don't need a second. Hey, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you could pop in and say hi. You spoke to all your children today. Are they all over the country, Julie? It is hard when they're spread out. And you upgraded to Florida. Um, okay, I'm going to skip some. Hello, hello. Dana will try and make it. Jen, I went back to 2018, I think, with my medical history, outlining the major ones and left out the minor ones, including the medication. Okay, Chris is wishing everybody happy Mother's Day. Yeah, it is hard. It is hard. Not everybody gets to celebrate, but you got those memories. Holy Ring, Batman, it's Ah, I have an unused sketchbook. Am I getting close? Yes, yes, yes. Think watercolor paper or sketching paper. I bought myself a new Mother's Day mug. It's Spanish. Um, I don't know if you're still on. I'll just show it one more time. Look at what Sally made me, Julie. Isn't this beautiful? So it has my sea glass that I always say we're each one of us is a piece of sea glass with the compass for direction, and then born worthy. We're all born worthy. Um, Good for you, Allie. I like to hear that. Like I said, we all need to pull over sometimes to the side of our life and make sure that we're taking good care of ourselves. Um, oh, okay. They're finally building a Costco next to us. Yeah, I like it. I mean, again, if you don't have a big family, you're not going to buy a lot of their food, but their food, their meats, everything is top of the line, Mike. My son said his produce department at Publix did 130 in flowers this week. Yeah, I believe that. I definitely believe that. Lots of bird people here. Yep, I love birds. I know Allie does. I hate Costco. They yell at me every time I go there because I'm not a member. How do you get in? They usually don't let you in. I shop at Costco every week. I am so far behind. Originally joined back in the 90s at their original. Okay. I can't remember what they were called back then, but I think it was Price Club. I remember my mother-in-law telling me that, John. It was. And they have some neat, like they had the flowers. They do have seasonal things in there too that are kind of cool. Um, and now Julie and M are talking in Spanish. Miss M. mm, if anybody wants to join my live stream tomorrow, just let me know. Sally, Lori, Jen, Allie. Well, I'll join as soon as I know what topic we can talk about. I don't want to just get on there and babble. That won't help anybody. Hey, Jerry, how are you, hon? I'm glad you could pop in and say hello. If you're not seeing all the comments up at the top, there's two tabs, Julie. One says top comments, and I think one says live comments. And I've been stuck in the top comments before, but if you click on the other tab, they should all show up. Mm, I'm doing well, still getting older by the time. One day at a time, John. One day at a time. I mean, you went to Disney World. I saw all those videos, so you're getting around. Uh, all right. We're still busy at work, so I may not be able to make live streams during the week. That's okay, CL. We know you when you can, you will. But just know we have missed you. Um, we usually ask about you, but now that we know you've been working, but just know you missed. I called my mom to say Happy Mother's Day. She said thanks, but that was back in March. What? Oh, I lost my mom 7 years ago. I'm sorry, Chris. Yeah, even my husband lost my mother-in-law back in 22, so 4 years ago. It's still hard. The years don't make it any easier. So, does not make it any right, Peter. I didn't have to share my Mother's Day with my mom. I didn't have to share my Mother's Day with my mom or mother-in-law. Well, that is true. That is true. Um, you know, I guess kudos to my husband because on Mother's Day we always spent it with my mother-in-law. So, and I'm sort of glad we did. So, oh, there you go. We're gonna have back-to-back Gen Hour. That would be great. Uh, have a great night, Em. Thank you. All right. Oh, there you are. We were just asking about you, Otis. I hope you treated Mrs. Otis to some type of special treat today for Mother's Day. I hope you've had a good weekend. And I think your kids were coming last week. I think when you were telling us about the TV guide that they made, I think it was your son's family. We were all like, we got to do that. We got to do that. I know Sally and I were talking about it again yesterday. Like, we got to make a TV guide. So you inspired us, Otis. Uh, all right. Uh, no, I am really close because I think you guys stopped talking. Don't you think? Nice, nice, nice. Thank you, Otis. No, nope, I'm almost done. I am almost done. If we keep typing, she can never end. That's the rule. I'll babble. My prescription company forced me to go back to Costco so you can have a pharmacy account without being a member. Oh, okay. I just wish they would tell the people at the door. Yeah, that's why I was like, how do you get in? Because they're pretty strict. We could all speak in our native language. Ah, I tried Costco for a year, but I quit it because they don't take mass. No, they used to, and then they switched to Visa. It's been Visa for a long time now. Otis, you can be Liverpudlian like Peter. I was born in the UK, but not England. Lots of dialects. Look it. Dun da da. Scott, don't say Scotland, please. You see, I told you Jen is an identity stealer. They're in the 1990s in the month of May. No social media or electronics. Yes, that's what we were talking about yesterday. We need to go back to that. We need to start a movement and do that. Maybe just for a week. Can we all live without our phones for a week? Um, don't let the secret out, Scott. Practice in front of the mirror. All right. I think. All right. I'm just going to read Thought because I've missed it the last couple of times because I forgot to have it with me. Um, sorry, I need the light now. All right. Set the boundary and set it right. Draw the line. Today, I want you to become aware of the noise and negativity that surrounds you. And more importantly, bring into focus what you're letting in. All of these are carefully crafted distractions designed to make you feel, act, and respond a certain way. The ones making your life worse. So take a day and be mindful of what you see and hear. Ask yourself how it all makes you feel, and then identify what has to go. So what noise will you silence? What negativity will you stop feeding to your heart, mind, and soul? And where will you draw the line on things you accept into your life? Please set the boundary and set it tight. Protect yourself like you would a child, because honestly, the child that you once were is still inside you and wants the innocence back. ask yourself this: isn't it about time I became more aware of the negativity, divisions, violence, and fear based influences in my life and recaptured some of the innocence I've lost along the way? That was pretty good, Ed. Pretty good. Okay, that was it, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the folks who've stayed till the very end. Um, and now, if you have time, and it's not bedtime, Peter, we go over maybe to Yvonne's. Uh, oh, I missed some. Okay, I'm already calling the Canadian FBI, whatever that's called. The RCMP aren't very scary. Nah. All right, guys. Thank you for you four that have stayed till the very end. I love you guys, and I will see you on the streets of YouTube. All right, have a good week. I'll see you tomorrow, Jen and Peter.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you that every person listening to this, whether they are here today or finding this days from now, is seen by you. Thank you that no one here is invisible. Thank you that no one is alone even when they feel like they are. Thank you, Lord, for the one to sit quietly, who never type a word but show up faithfully. Thank you that they are loved. Thank you that they belong here. Thank you that this community holds space for them, just as they are. Thank you for providing for those who are struggling financially. Thank you that you are their source, not their job, not their bank account, but you, Almighty Father. We praise you. Thank you that doors are opening, that needs are being met. The provision is coming in ways they didn't expect. Please, Lord God, help them see this. Thank you for healing. Thank you for the bodies that are being restored, the energy that is returning, the pain that is lifting. Thank you, dear God, for clarity, for those who have been searching for answers about their health. Thank you that you are the God who heals. And thank you for this community, this beautiful, imperfect, faithful group of people who show up for each other. Thank you that we get to do this together. Thank you that we are not walking alone. We receive all of this with gratitude in Jesus' name.